The end of the world. Or the beginning of a new era. The end of the Mayan calendar is just 9 days away. December 21st, 2012.
So that got me thinking, are we really going to be here in December? So I came here to the Chichen Itza ruins, one of the largest Mayan cities still standing in Mexico, to find out. Come on. What do you think of the end of the Mayan calendar and sort of people saying that it's the end of the world?
Yeah, I think it's a misinterpretation.
You don't believe? You don't think you think we're going to be here in January?
Yeah, I think we'll be here in January.
I don't believe that for a minute.
It is kind of a scary feeling, but we gotta see it, we gotta wait.
But as we wait, the excitement, and yes, for some, the fear is growing. The predictions of doom or enlightenment are based on an ancient calendar by an advanced people. The Mayans lived in a part of the world known as Mesoamerica, which included the southernmost part of Mexico and other Central American countries like Guatemala and Honduras. The Mayans were responsible for many advancements in math, science, and writing, but they took a particular interest in astronomy. So they built stone temples to study the movements of the sun and the moon and developed a way to keep track of the days. This pyramid here is actually one of the most important sites here at Chichen Itza. It's called the Temple of Kukulkan, and here's a fun fact. All four sides of this pyramid each have 91 steps. You can actually see some of the numbers on some of these steps. And combined with the very top step, which is shared by all four, that equals 365, which is the exact number of days in a year. Actually, the Mayans were not the first civilization to develop a calendar. They constructed theirs based off the calendars of other civilizations in the region. But the Mayan calendar was by far the most sophisticated and still remains accurate to this day, thousands of years later. Tomas Suarez is an expert in Mayan history and culture from Mexico City. He says the Mayans had calendars to fit all of their needs.
Los pueblos mayas.
The Mayan people, like other Mesoamerican people, had various calendar systems. They had a ritual calendar that had 260 days. They had a solar calendar that had 365 days. These two combined for a cycle of 52 years. And they created one more system called the long count.
The long count calendar was needed to keep track of events in the past as well as the very distant future. With this calendar, the Mayans studied the patterns of the stars and Venus and accurately predicted the dates that would mark the solstices, the first days of summer and winter. Just one cycle of the Mayans' long count calendar lasts 5,125 years. And December 21st, 2012, which is also the winter solstice and the longest night of the year, is the last day on that long cycle calendar. So that has people believing it could mark the end of the world, or the beginning of a new era. Other cultures, like the ancient Egyptians, have also been included in some of these doomsday myths. And what do you make of this myth of the end of the world?
None of these cases speak of the end of the world. There is no prophecy, no new humanity, no enlightenment, not even a word of a polar shift, climate change, or planetary alignment. None of this is present in these documents.
And NASA agrees. They say there's no catastrophic astronomical event, no alignment, star formation, or rogue planet headed for Earth on December 21st. But that hasn't stopped many businesses from cashing in on the Mayan myth. The Columbia Pictures blockbuster hit 2012, portraying a dramatic global catastrophe, raked in over $750 million. So whether we're here or not on December 22nd, this talk of the end of the world has brought a lot of attention to a civilization that to many was way ahead of its time.
I think it's fun. Yeah, you know, I mean, I think that it's all about the story, and so it's really fun for the whole world to care about this part of Mexico for, you know, even a little bit.
Julian Dujeric, Channel 1 News.